Coach Brandon and Daniel here, and today we're going to be talking about some of the basics behind a RDL and cover some really common faults that we see out there on the interweb. So first off, Daniel, go ahead and get in position for me. And the big thing that we want to cover here is more range of motion is not inherently better. Daniel, go ahead and show them what I'm talking about here. Perfect, just like that. This is something we see so commonly where people turn it into a straight leg deadlift. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a straight leg deadlift. It has some time and place, but it's not the intended training stimulus that we're actually going for. Now, second big fault I want to cover is bending over rather than pushing the hamstrings back and hinging over. You want to show that for me real quick? Beautifully terrible. As you can see here, a really common, yeah, don't do that too many times. A really common indicator of this is when the barbell's a foot away from somebody's shins. It's a really good indicator that you're having this issue. What we should see is somebody reaching with their hamstrings, pushing their hips back as they do this, just like we're about to show. Let's show the right version now, one more time. Beautiful, not a huge range of motion here, pushing the hips back continuously, gorgeous, just like that. You can go ahead and set it down. So that's the key difference here. He's stopping and actually stopping the eccentric, coming through the concentric about when the hips are no longer able to travel backwards. So he's going through a good range of motion here, not getting overzealous with it, and actually getting the intended training stimulus. Daniel, anything to add there?
Yeah, I think the big thing is exercises that you're going to put into your program have to be there for a certain purpose, right? So again, like Brandon was saying, stiff leg deadlifts, great. Even doing that other one where you're kind of reaching the bar out, that can be really, really good for lat development, but it's not what you're using an RDL for, right? So if you're going to use an RDL, make sure you're doing an RDL. If you're going to use those other exercises, make sure you're doing those other exercises.
The end.